My guest today is Desiree Baker, a mother fighting to protect her parental rights in Tarrant County's 324th District Courts. Desiree, I want to jump into possibly the most shocking part of your story first. In May, attorney Amy Decker requested and was granted a temporary restraining order against you, which effectively blocks your access to your daughter. Why did Amy request this TRO?
It really started after I sent Melanie Berman an email. I included my daughter's father to the email so he would be aware. But after doing a background check on Melanie, we found out that she had multiple DWI charges. She was still on probation. She had an interlock device in her vehicle, so she had to blow into a device to just drive around.
Mhm.
I had a big issue with this, so I wrote her a very professional email just stating my concerns, and I was hoping that her father would also agree to these concerns. And then after that, Amy Decker sued me for the TRO.
Did you feel that that was retaliation? I've read the email myself, I should say. It was very, politely written. You're just saying you have concerns about this woman's, what equates to a criminal record. You don't want her around your child. And then do you feel like this TRO was retaliation just for that?
Absolutely.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe that they wanted her criminal record to be known or discussed.
Hmm.
I don't think they thought that a parent would go as far as doing a background check on somebody that was court appointed for your child.
Hmm. Well, I mean, this person's going to be around your child, so seems reasonable to check that.
Yes.
TROs are pretty serious. You think about protection orders, TROs, they're, very similar. They limit your access to your child. They're used, protection orders are used in criminal courts for sure. Do you have a documented history of abuse or neglect with your child?
Never,
Hmm. Okay.
never.
Let's talk about Melanie Berman. So go ahead and just tell me about your general experience working with her.
Well, we didn't get a good start. Um, I had a very big problem with her consent form
Hmm.
that she wanted me to sign. This consent form basically states that I am to give full and unconditional authority to her to make any kind of decisions that she wanted to based on the treatments that she saw fit. And that is written consent form. Um, I sent that consent form to other child counselors. They immediately informed me to not sign that. They have never seen anything written that way. Um, and whenever I refused to sign it, I had to go to court and plead my case as to why I felt uncomfortable signing this consent form. Um, Unfortunately, during this hearing, there wasn't a court reporter there, so everything that was said was undocumented.
Hmm.
Um, and I was threatened to be thrown in jail if I did not sign the consent form.
Hmm.
So reluctantly, I signed it.
Okay,
Uh,
under duress, as it were.
yeah.
Uh, Anything else? Like, what is her her demeanor been? Your communications with her. What have they been like?
Very little. She's really excluded me and alienated me throughout the entire time.
Hmm.
Um, I recently found out that my child's father was being welcomed to join in on the counseling session, something that was never um, said to me or made available to me to be part of as well. Um, that was really concerning. Um, I mean, jumping back kind of to the beginning of all of this is I was looking at her reviews online. I wanted to know who this person was. Her reviews are extremely frightening, to say the
Hmm.
least. Um, so, with that and the
Hmm.
fact that she has now, I think my fees with her equal a little over $6,000.
Wow.
And that has been just over the last, I think, 6 months.
Wow.
6 grand in 6 months is pretty accurate. At one point, they had my debit card on file. And so they would just, run my card for charges. And at one point, they overdrew my bank account. I had to completely open up a new account at a different bank, just to protect myself with
Okay.
that deal.
Gotcha.
But it's been it's not been a pleasant experience.
All right, so we're about to play a recording. Go ahead and set up what we're about to listen to.
So I have a family member who attends Lake Worth Counseling, and my mother was there with my family member, and she was asking this counselor advice, on what she should do, advice if she hadn't heard anything about Melanie Berman. And when my mother said her name, she said, well, actually, it's funny that you bring up this person, because we got a phone call from a person who was claiming to be a relative of Melanie Berman. And they were very concerned with her actions, going to work and counseling with children. They were wanting to report her to the board. And so she just goes into detail about that.
Okay, let's listen to that.
Oh, yeah. She said it was her granddaughter or her niece. I can't remember which one exactly, but it was one of those. And that she was a counselor in South Lake. She didn't give me her name, but she just said that she had concerns because she was counseling kids, but had apparently been still under the influence at times, and had like multiple DWIs or DUIs and so she didn't think that was very ethical, that she should still be counseling children while she was either going to work inebriated or had been in trouble for that in the past. But that's what she basically told me.
I want to say that I reached out to Melanie Berman via phone and email. I left a message at her office asking for comments on this story, and she has not responded. So we'll put that as a no comment. Final question here. You've been through quite a lot, and I think none of it's been positive. But I just want to ask you, what do you think? Do you think family courts serve the best interests of children specifically?
In my case, no. No. Do I believe that all judges in courts are bad? No. I think that there are some good judges out there that do exist. They're, in my opinion, they're few and far in between. But unfortunately, in my case, the family court system has not been in the best interest of my daughter whatsoever.
And again, your background, you've never been proven or even, strongly accused of being an unfit parent, but you still find yourself, with all these, TROs and threats of jailing and the way you're being treated. It's as if they're trying to make you feel like you are an unfit parent.
I've never been in trouble with the law in my entire life, other than some speeding tickets here and there, let alone
anything related to your children.
Being treated the way that I've been treated is really unbelievable. Before I got involved in family court, I was very ignorant to everything that's been going on. And if I had heard that a parent lost their child, I would automatically assume that parent must have done something horribly wrong or put their child in danger or hurt their child. My daughter lived with me her entire life for 13 years, and she was ripped away from me for really no justified reason whatsoever.
And it sounds like people are profiting off of this situation, if I can just say that.
Oh, big time.
Pretty clear. Okay.
Big time.
Well, Desiree, thanks for sharing your story. You're not unique, as you can tell. The fourth week, we just talked to a lot of parents that have gone through similar things, and we hope things work out. We'll be following your story. We hope things work out for the best. Meaning that you regain access to your child, hopefully very soon, and don't have to deal with this again. But of course, we'll see what happens in the courts, Desiree. Okay, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Edward.
All right, my pleasure.